It's not a fight. It's not an uphill battle. It's not this evil, dirty, nasty part of me. Ego is not a bad word. How to balance your ego. Ego series part 4. Don't get a big head about it. I'm just kidding. I already said that joke. Yeah. It's really not hard to balance your ego. All you have to do first is recognize that it's a valuable part of you. It's a very useful tool that you chose on the ethereal to incorporate into your human self. If you want to balance your ego, it's important that you look at it as a valuable, useful, beautiful part of yourself. If you look at your ego as something that you have to fight or you have to battle, or it's every day, it's a constant something against your ego, then yeah, it's going to be pretty impossible to balance that. Your ego is not inherently evil. Your ego is not bad. When you recognize that your ego is just the periscope in which you view the world around you and it's not the whole submarine, it is so much easier to let it remain in balance. It is only when you give your ego more responsibility than you had intended, more responsibility than what it was designed for, does it become out of whack, out of balance. It's actually your easy, natural baseline to keep your ego in balance, right? That is your baseline. That's where you start out. So if you just backtrack a little bit, if you feel like your ego has gotten out of control and it's taking over everything and it's trying to drive the submarine now, even though it's just the periscope, just backtrack and recognize it is a valuable tool. And without my ego, I would not be able to view this world around me in the way that I had intended. It's not a fight. It's not an uphill battle. It's not this evil, dirty, nasty part of me. Ego is not a bad word. When you recognize that it's just the periscope, it's just the lens in which you view the world around you, it becomes so much easier to be the observer of everything around you instead of feeling like you have to participate, instead of feeling like you have to defend yourself or explain yourself. It is so easy to be the observer of others when you realize that the role of what you view is just to view it. And then your higher self, which communicates through emotions, helps you navigate how to respond to things, right? Your higher self in its beautiful, beautiful form communicates to you through emotion. So you can view a situation, that's your ego, and then allow yourself to feel the feelings that you are getting in response to what you are viewing. And when you feel the feelings, your higher self is telling you, yeah, that feels really good. Let's respond to that. I'm in alignment with that. Or, that does not feel good. I do not want to respond to that because I'm not in alignment with that. It makes it so easy to choose appropriately when to be the observer and when to be the participant. And the easiest way to make sure that it's your higher self that's in charge and not your ego that's in charge is to continue to follow your passion and your joy. That will always, always, always guarantee that you are in alignment with your higher self. And when you are in alignment with your higher self, it is not possible for the ego to take over. The ego can only take over when you are taking away that power from the higher self and giving it to the ego. So when you are in alignment, when you are paying attention to how things make you feel and responding appropriately, whether they make you feel good and so we go for it, or they make you feel bad and so we go and do a different direction, right? That is what allows you to stay on your path. That is what allows you to let your ego remain beautiful and balanced, just as you had intended when you were on the ethereal. What questions you guys have, drop them in the comments. Like I know anything about submarines. I love the analogies that my spirit guides help me come up with. It's amazing. Okay.